And you know, you may already have kids in preschool, or you may be thinking about one. One thing you do not want to overlook is how they behave, especially with other kiddos their age. Here to discuss the warning signs and tips on how to stop them now is Nadia Lakhani with Rainbow Station here in Austin. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Erin.
I know school just ended and parents have summer on the brain, but a lot of them want to get their kids geared up for school because they may not have been in this setting before.
Yes.
You've got some easy, simple tips for us this morning and for parents to start putting into practice at home. Let's start with the first one, giving choices.
Yes. First, we have to understand that children are innately good. They are not out there to just make your life difficult. But at the same time, they're about to be going from a very protected environment into a group setting. So some of the things that parents can do is, like you said, giving choices that actually you as an adult can live with. So for example, telling your child, pick what you want from the closet can be difficult, but if you say, do you want to pick red or white? Or do you want a blue crayon or a black crayon? Which kind of gives them choices, but also lets them understand that I have to choose within certain parameters. So the whole world is just not available to me.
Right.
So when they are in a group setting, they can say, oh, I have to make a choice. And this is the choice. That's the result of what I chose. And this is how I have to behave in the classroom. So giving choices helps them set those parameters.
Yeah, not just leaving the answer kind of open-ended,
so
to speak. All right, next up, modeling the appropriate behavior.
This is important because children want to impress adults in their life. So they tend to act how adults are acting around them. Adults in a child's life could be parents, teachers, grandparents. I mean, so many people play the role in your child's life, right? So if you react to a situation in an aggressive way, or if we tend to act in ways that we don't want our child to act, well, you can't ask your child to do something when you don't model the behavior.
Think about where are they seeing that? Where are they getting that from?
Even in school environment, you want to make sure that they are surrounded by adults who are not only just preaching them, but at the same time acting, so that children can say, oh, this is how my parents do it, or this is how we handle stress. So in their little lives, when little stresses happen, they know how to act accordingly.
Perfect. Be good models. And number 3, consistency in messaging.
Yes. Again, you cannot give mixed messages to your child. So for example, if a child is biting at a very young age, and sometimes parents find that to be funny or cute, but when your child bites somebody else, it's suddenly not cute. So at what point is it okay for a child to act a certain way? So you kind of have to be very consistent in your messaging. Like if this is unacceptable today, then it's going to be unacceptable tomorrow. It's always going to be unacceptable. Or if this is funny, then it's funny always. When your child doesn't hear the consistent message, they do not know what is right at certain times, because at this very young age, they haven't figured out how to act in different places. They're kind of egocentric. So for them to understand that, oh, this is when I have to behave like this, they kind of have to learn that as they go. So as long as you give consistent message that this is how it is, they will follow accordingly.
Yeah, I think about a modern example of a child doing something that could be questionable, and the parent, instead of, reprimanding or disciplining them, gets their cell phone out and may take a picture or a video. And you're
so at that very moment it was cute, but is it generally cute? So if it's not, then your child is not getting a consistent message, and they get all these mixed messages, and it's hard for them to make decisions how I'm going to act at a certain time.
Yeah, I think, could this get them in trouble at school? All right, a couple more here. Minimizing saying no.
Yes, and this is very, very important, because your child really needs to know your 2 tones of voices, basically, because if we are consistently saying no, 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 then they really do not know what no means all the time. So what we suggest at our school also, saying no only when it's very, very, you mean the business, and it's more like, oh, if I do this, this could be dangerous, or this is for my health and safety. So when you say no biting, or no running, or something that could get your child in trouble, that's what it's important to reserve no for. But other times, you could say that in what they have to do instead of what they shouldn't do. So for example, instead of saying, don't climb on that chair, you could say, we sit on the chair. So you're telling them what to do instead of what not to do majority of the time. So when you're saying no, they know that you mean business at that time.
Yeah, maybe saying, well, a better choice would be.
A better
and
choice
then fill
would be,
in the
yes.
blank. Because I know you can say, don't say no, but okay, what do parents put in place in place of that?
Right. At our school, we try to avoid saying, don't run. We can say, walking feet, please. So you've just said, okay, this is what you need to do instead of what you shouldn't do. So when you suddenly say no, then they know, oh, this is something that I shouldn't do because this is when you are really meaning it.
I like that. All right, about 30 seconds left, and the last one is positive reinforcement.
Yes. Children thrive on that. When you endorse something positive that they've done, then they really want to perk up, and that's how they want to act. So when they are doing something that you are appreciating, it's very important to use the right choice of words, saying, great job, or I like how you helped your friend. They're like, oh, I got the attention this way. So they're not always getting attention for negative things. They are getting this positive reinforcement for when they've made the better choices, and they tend to act up like, oh, I like how you're sitting in the classroom. And they're like, oh, my teacher is paying attention. Yes. So they get to be the star in the positive way, which kind of endorses, oh, this is what I should do, so that I can also still get the attention, and I'm not always getting attention for my negative behavior.
Yeah. I think that works well for adults too.
Yes.
Nadia, thank you so much for being here this morning. Great tips. Obviously, you can use this getting your kids ready for school, but good stuff to use at home too.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Erin, for having us.
You're welcome.